Hello, I'm Randy Shields, the District Design Engineer for the Texas Department of Transportation San Angelo District. I would like to welcome you and thank you for participating in this virtual public meeting. This public meeting is for the US 277 Improvement Project from US 67 to 0.93 miles north of FM 2105. It is also important to note that this project is being developed in conjunction with and as part of the Northern Relief Route in San Angelo. In addition, portions of this project lie within the designated Ports to Plains corridor, which has been the focus of a separate statewide study. This is a pre-recorded presentation available for viewing starting on January 5th, 2021. During the virtual meeting, you may pause the presentation and navigate forward or backward using your video player. This virtual public meeting is being held to provide you information on the proposed project and present an alternative that is being considered. You are encouraged to submit comments on the proposed project after reviewing the meeting materials and listening to this presentation. Instructions on how to submit comments are detailed near the conclusion of the presentation.
Thank you, Randy. Hello, I am Daisy Arona. I am a part of the consultant team for the US 277 project and your guide for this virtual public meeting. I would like to welcome you and thank you for participating in this virtual public meeting. In this presentation, I will describe the proposed project, provide an overview of the environmental studies being performed, explain the next steps in the project development process, and outline the methods for submitting comments. Given the unique circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic, along with the department's commitment to protecting public health, TxDOT is conducting this virtual public meeting in lieu of an in-person public meeting to avoid in-person contact. This presentation covers the same information that the San Angelo district would have presented at an in-person public meeting. The comment process for the virtual public meeting will be described near the end of this presentation. All meeting materials can be found on TxDOT's project webpage on the US 277 meeting notice page. The webpage for the project is www.txdot.gov, keyword search US 277 relief route. Notices for this meeting were published in San Angelo Standard Times. Notices were also sent to adjacent landowners and elected officials. In addition, information about the meeting was posted on TxDOT's website, Twitter, and Facebook pages. Although this proposed project is not currently funded, it is anticipated to be programmed with both state and federal funds. Because of the potential for federal funding and in accordance with federal standards, TxDOT is required to assess the potential environmental effects of the proposed project to the natural and man-made environment. This is called the National Environmental Policy Act process, otherwise known as NEPA. The NEPA process helps the decision maker make an informed decision on whether to proceed with the project or not. On December 9, 2019, TxDOT received a signed Memorandum of Understanding from the Federal Highway Administration that permits TxDOT to assume responsibility from the Federal Highway Administration for reviewing and approving certain assigned NEPA projects. This review and approval process applies to this project. The proposed project is in Tom Green County, northeast of San Angelo, and extends on US 277 from US 67 to 0.93 miles north of FM 2105, approximately 2.6 miles. The land along this portion of US 277 is predominantly rural. Much of it is used for agricultural production. Within the project corridor, US 277 is a rural arterial that connects the community to major highways. This portion of US 277 intersects Old Ballinger Highway, South Orient Railroad, Modal Road, and FM 2105. The roads intersecting existing US 277 are controlled with stop signs or traffic signal lights. The estimated construction cost is approximately $40 million. This estimate will be further refined as we move into plan development, the timing of which will be determined in future TxDOT Unified Transportation Plan updates. We want to highlight the estimated project timeline. This virtual public meeting is being held to present the proposed project and gather public and stakeholder input. After the comment period closes, TxDOT will review the comments received and prepare a summary report that will be posted to the project website approximately 3 months after the close of the comment period. The next steps include refining the design and further evaluating environmental impacts. Provided the environmental documents are approved, the project could then move into detailed design and right-of-way acquisition could begin pending project funding. Prior to the development of the proposed improvements for US 277, TxDOT considered the need to upgrade the highway to current design standards and to improve regional mobility and roadway connectivity. TxDOT also considered the need to add capacity for projected increase in traffic volumes, including trucks, minimize new right-of-way takings, minimize utility impacts where feasible, and avoid or minimize environmental effects. The project is also a part of the proposed Ports to Plains corridor and San Angelo relief route. The purpose of the proposed project is to improve mobility, accommodate existing and projected growth, and meet current roadway design standards in the US 277 corridor. The proposed project is being developed to address 2 major needs along the project corridor. The current 2-lane roadway is inadequate for both existing and projected growth in the area and does not meet current design standards. A typical section is a technical term for the roadway cross-section design. The existing US 277 typical section is within a 120-foot usual wide right-of-way. The roadway consists of 2 12-foot wide travel lanes in each direction, 10-foot outside shoulders, and open ditches. Now, let's talk about daily traffic volumes and level of service along US 277, what it is today, and what is projected for the future. Traffic volume is expected to increase from 4,750 vehicles per day to 6,950 vehicles per day in 2042. Level of service is illustrated in the graphic on the right. Level of service ranges from A, free-flowing traffic as shown in blue, to F, which is heavily congested as shown in red. In terms of delays experienced by the traveling public, a level of service A through D is considered acceptable, and a level of service E through F is considered unacceptable. Without any improvements, the US 277 and Old Ballinger Highway intersection would operate at a level of service D by year 2042. With the proposed improvements, the level of service at US 277 and Old Ballinger Highway is projected to operate between level of service A and B, eliminating traffic congestion in the area. The proposed project would widen US 277 from an existing 2-lane undivided rural arterial roadway to a 4-lane divided roadway with grade-separated intersection. 10-foot wide outside shoulders and 4-foot wide inside shoulders are proposed. The project includes frontage roads for access to cross streets and adjacent property. The maximum proposed right-of-way width would be 400 feet, requiring additional right-of-way at various locations. This slide shows the proposed typical section. The proposed maximum right-of-way width would be 400 feet. The proposed roadway would have 4 main lanes, which include 2 12-foot wide travel lanes in each direction, 10-foot wide outside shoulders, 4-foot inside shoulders, and one-way frontage roads with 2 12-foot wide travel lanes with 4-foot inside and outside shoulders. This slide shows the proposed typical section for the grade-separated sections at the Old Ballinger Highway. This typical section shows retaining walls on both sides of the grade separation. This is another proposed typical section near the FM 2105 overpass, showing a grade separation with the retaining wall on one side and standard slope fill on the other. Lane and other widths are the same as the grade-separated typical section with retaining walls on both sides. Here is a screenshot of the legend for the schematics that you may view on the website. These legends are included for reference on each page of the schematics. The screenshot shows the various types of lines that you will see. Of note are the light blue shading of the main lanes, the orange dashed lines that indicate existing property lines, and the light blue dashed lines that indicate proposed right-of-way. Please visit the project website to download and review the schematic. This slide shows a new connector road through the existing US 67/US 277 interchange. While the interchange would continue to function as it currently does, it would allow traffic on northbound US 67 frontage road direct access to the new US 277 northbound frontage road. The existing US 277 currently crosses the old Ballinger Highway and the South Orient Railroad at grade. The proposed project would have US 277 main lanes crossing over and above the old Ballinger Highway and South Orient Railroad. US 277 would also have one-way frontage roads going northbound and southbound that will intersect with Old Ballinger Highway and cross the railroad at grade. The intersection would include U-turns and 14-foot multi-use outside shoulders to accommodate bicycle and pedestrian use. The intersection would include horizontal and vertical clearance to accommodate large vehicles and agricultural equipment. Similarly, existing US 277 currently crosses FM 2105 at grade. The proposed project would have US 277 main lanes crossing over and above FM 2105, creating a grade-separated interchange. US 277 would be carried over FM 2105 and would be connected with new frontage road. The intersection would include U-turns and 14-foot multi-use outside shoulders to accommodate bicycle and pedestrian use. The intersection would include horizontal and vertical clearance to accommodate large vehicles and agricultural equipment. The project team is in the process of identifying and evaluating potential environmental impacts that could occur as a result of improving US 277. Resources being reviewed include archaeological resources, non-archaeological historic properties, community impacts and environmental justice, air quality, biological resources including threatened and endangered species and habitat, waters of the United States including wetlands, floodplains and floodways, hazardous materials, and traffic noise. The project would be designed to avoid or minimize impacts to the greatest extent practicable. Technical reports documenting the analysis and conclusions of these studies will be available for review once completed. Approximately 36 acres of additional right-of-way would be required for the proposed project. No residential or commercial displacements are required. All right-of-way acquisitions will be in accordance with the Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act of 1970. Please consider sharing your comments about the project. You can download a comment card from the TxDOT website and submit it on the website via email or mail. You can also submit your comment with a voice message to TxDOT by calling 325-947-9202. The TxDOT website contains all materials presented in this virtual public meeting, including this presentation, a comment card, and the project schematic layout. The schematic layouts provide a more in-depth look at details such as existing and proposed right-of-way as well as median breaks. These files are large and may require more time to download than the other project materials. TxDOT encourages you to review the materials posted on the virtual public meeting website and to provide written comments. The comment form is located on the meeting website. The comment form can be downloaded from the meeting webpage and either printed, double-sided, and mailed or emailed as indicated. Comments must be received via email or mailed and postmarked by Wednesday, January 20th, 2021 to be included in the official virtual public meeting summary report. You can submit written comments in the following ways: via email to becky.perkins@txdot.gov, via mail to the TxDOT San Angelo District Attention Advanced Project Development Director, 4502 Knickerbocker Road, San Angelo, Texas, 76904, online by visiting www.txdot.gov and searching in the upper right-hand search box for US 277 Relief Route. Click on the email link at the bottom of the project page to open the comment form. Again, Responses to comments received during the comment period will be included in the virtual public meeting summary report that will be posted on the project website in approximately 3 months. The project website is www.TxDOT.gov. Keyword search US 277 Relief Route. Please don't hesitate to contact us with any questions. Feel free to contact Becky Perkins at the San Angelo District Office at 325-947-9202 with any questions or comments. Thank you for participating in this virtual public meeting.